I'm afraid that my iMac has reached the end of life. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've made the decision. Windows must be installed on my iMac. Is there anyone here that wishes to join me?
I'll do it. I too shall install Windows.
You're very brave. Thank you.
The rest of you must leave.
I would also like to install Windows. Please, sir, let me install Windows.
This is a mission you don't come back from. You should buy a new iMac and enjoy your life.
Yes, sir. Long live Apple.
Here we have the iMac 2009 Core i5 version that I mentioned in the other video about putting Windows on an iMac. And a little bit more about this one. I bought it 2 years ago for $100 because it was a Core i5 and it had 16 gigs of memory and a 2 terabyte hard drive. And it was a 27-inch, and I thought, man, I'm gonna make a ton of money off this. The GPU was bad, but not really knowing what that meant, I just thought that it needed new drivers or something. And what would happen is when you boot into Windows, it would get about halfway and then it would just stop. And then the workaround to be able to use the computer was to enter safe mode. And I think you would hold down Shift, right, while you're loading the Apple software. And let's mute this. And so that would let you into Windows, but it wouldn't use the GPU, and the software was so slow without the GPU. Like when you would drag a window around, it would be like so it was kind of unusable. Anyway, I threw it in the closet. It's been sitting there. I posted it for sale for $100. I posted it for $75. Nobody wanted to buy it, and I forgot about it. Fast forward, I bought another 2009, a Core 2 Duo version that worked fine. And then I don't even know what made me think of putting Windows on it. I think because it was just it was a little slow and you couldn't really do anything, and I couldn't update Chrome, and it was running High Sierra, but still. And then I thought, wait, you can put Windows on these, right? Because I did that once on my laptop. So then I looked up how to put Windows on a Mac, and then I did it to that one. And there's another video about that shows the whole process, how it worked and all the drivers and stuff. I'm not going to do that here. This video is basically about a Mac that has a bad GPU. And since I can't run the OS X on it, I thought, well, what if I put Windows on it and then just don't use the GPU, right? And so that's what I did. So here's Windows. This is YouTube in 1080p. You can see there's a little lag to it, but it's not horrible because it's just using the CPU right now. And then here's the specs. So this is a late 2009 with a Core i5, which is a first gen, 16 gigabytes of memory. And this is just a random Windows installation. And then here's the GPU, which I have currently disabled. If you enable this, it won't boot anymore. So it's just permanently disabled. And let's look at the specs here of the GPU. So it's a Radeon 4850. Interesting here, look at the temperature, it's 73 degrees at idle. It's not doing anything. So it's clearly, I mean, I'm sure the GPU must have failed at some point. It's probably clogged with dust and hair and whatever, and the thermal paste is probably gone. And so the fix would be obviously to open this up, put in another GPU. But I've looked at that process and yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry. It's not worth it for me. I'd rather just either use it this way or sell it this way. But this went from now basically a brick to a usable Windows 10 computer for free. And let's go ahead and let's see what full screen looks like. 1080p. I mean, it's not bad. It's not good, it's not great, but it's not bad either. I mean, it's something. You couldn't even do this when I had High Sierra loaded. If you do anything that's related to video, it just turns into, I mean, it just goes bleh, and it actually almost freezes. It doesn't freeze, but it becomes so slow that you can't even click on anything. So that works. The sound works, which took a little bit of time. The Wi-Fi works, the Bluetooth works. I'm not sure about the keyboard. I haven't done that yet on the other one. I'm using a PC keyboard. So if you're going to convert your broken GPU iMac into Windows, you might want to get a PC keyboard.
Sorry the video cut out there, but what I was trying to say is you might want to just have a PC keyboard on hand if you have a Bluetooth Apple keyboard, so you have something to use while you finish your installation. But yeah, if you have a bad GPU, this should work. This should also apply to a laptop that has the same issue as well. And it's free, and you can always go back to the way it was if you want, so there's no harm. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.